What is an integrated management system? To find the answer to this question, I will have to go to the definition of a management system in general. And this definition is not so easy to grasp, it's quite abstract. It says that a management system is a set of interrelated or interacting elements of an organization to establish policies and objectives and processes to achieve those objectives. Let's try to put it in other words. A management system is made up of processes, policies, plans, responsibilities, procedures, controls that an organization decides to establish, to use, and to improve in order to achieve its objectives. A management system is a living thing inside an organization, is something that it's adapted, improved, changed as the company and its objectives and its strategy change in time. Now I will introduce another concept, the discipline. Historically, a management system used to address one discipline. Examples of disciplines are quality management, food safety, information security, business continuity, environmental management, occupational health and safety, etc. For each discipline, there is usually a family of standards. For example, the ISO 9000 family is for quality management, the ISO 14000 for environmental management, the ISO 27000 family for information security, or the ISO 22000 for food safety. In each family, there is one standard that sets the requirements for the management system. In the ISO 9000 family for quality management, we have ISO 9001. This standard defines the requirements for a quality management system. In the ISO 14000, we have ISO 14001. In the ISO 45000, we have ISO 45001, etc. ISO has labeled the standards that contain requirements Type A management system standards. The rest of the standards in each family usually offer guidance for how the requirements can be fulfilled or provide definitions for the important concepts and terms for the discipline, or they offer clarifications or guidance for some specific aspects. For example, in the ISO 9000 family, we have, as I said, ISO 9001 that defines the requirements for a quality management system, but we also have ISO 9002 that offers guidance for implementing a quality management system, and we have ISO 9000, a standard for fundamentals and vocabulary, and we also have ISO 9004, also a guidance standard that helps organizations achieve success using quality management. Another example, the discipline is occupational health and safety. The family of standards is ISO 45000. We have ISO 45001 that defines the requirements for the occupational health and safety management system, but we also have ISO 45002, or better say we will have, because this standard is in development at the time of my writing this. ISO 45002 will offer guidance for implementing an occupational health and safety management system, and we will also have ISO 45003 that will offer guidance on a specific topic, the psychological health and safety of workers. Possibly, we will also have other guidance standards in this family. So, the standards that offer guidance are labeled Type B management system standards. So we have Type A standards that include requirements and Type B standards that do not include requirements. It's important for you to know that the certification of a management system can only be done against a standard that includes requirements. So against a Type A management system standard. For example, ISO 9001, ISO 14001, ISO 45001, etc. So certification is only possible for Type A management system standards. It's not possible to audit and to certify an organization using as reference a guidance standard or a standard for terms and vocabulary. So there is no ISO 9000 certification, there is ISO 9001 certification. So we have a management system that addresses a specific discipline, let's say quality management. We follow the requirements of the Type A standard in this family, ISO 9001 in our case. We may use Type B standards for guidance, ISO 9002 for example, and this is a classic example of a management system. In our case, it's a quality management system. Okay. Now, what happens if an organization needs to address two or more disciplines at the same time? Let's say quality management, environmental management, and occupational health and safety management. It has two options. Either establish three management systems coordinated by different persons and using separate processes and procedures, or integrate and establish a single management system, an integrated management system as it is called, that addresses the three disciplines and responds to the requirements of three standards at the same time, ISO 9001, 14001 and 45001. There is no wrong or right approach. Both options are possible, but as we'll see in the next video, there are some advantages for choosing the integrated management system. So, to provide an answer to the question in the title of this video, what is an integrated management system? It is a management system that addresses the requirements of two or more standards. There are quite a few disciplines available, and the legitimate question would be, is there any limit to the integration? How many standards can be addressed by a single integrated management system? Well, theoretically, there is no limit. Practically, the most common approaches that I have seen are the quality environmental management system, so ISO 9001 plus ISO 14001, and the quality environmental occupational health and safety management system, ISO 9001, 14001 and 45001. Quite common is also the ISO 9001, ISO 27001 integration quality information security management system, or the ISO 27000, ISO 20000 information security and service management together. To be honest, I have never seen an integrated management system addressing food safety and information security at the same time. I think there are some limits to this integration, especially if the disciplines are too far apart. But theoretically, everything is possible.